Hi friends, welcome to the channel. This is Christina, and I just wanted to go through a new resource that Masterbooks has provided called Practice Makes Polished. Now this is a practice workbook to go alongside Language Lessons for Living Education. This is book 3, and this is currently on digital. I did purchase this early. Their actual books won't be available to the early part of 2026, but it's right around the corner. And this has been a nice resource to go along with our language lessons. So they currently have the book out already for level 2, and this is the ebook for level 3. They will be making more. I'm not quite sure how high they are going to go with the program. I know Language Lessons does go up to high school now, so I'm not quite sure how many of these practice books they'll make, but we are excited to use this current level. So I'm just going to kind of go through what this looks like. They do have a scope and sequence, so you can see what exactly is covered in this. So this can definitely be used alongside the lessons for extra practice with Language Lessons 3. So it is split into 3 different parts. We have spelling, grammar, and reading, and writing. So they are split in just that way. For instance, lesson 1, you'll have your spelling practice, and then you go to the middle of the book and find your lesson 1 for grammar practice, and then you go to the end of the book and find your lesson 1 for writing practice. So that's kind of how it's written and set up in this particular book. They are learning about penguins, so throughout the book you're going to find different activities pertaining to penguins, like drawing activities, cutting out and creating little crafts, things like that. So that's been a really fun addition that my son has enjoyed. So they do have optional schedules here. So day 1, you will spell with color and stack up spelling. So it's a spelling activity. Day 2 would be a grammar activity. Day 3 would be a word shape, another spelling and writing silly sentence activity. Day 4 is write it well, so your writing activity. And day 5 is a journal it. So they also have alternate schedules for spelling if you wanted to take a little more time to go through those spelling lists that they provide in language lessons, which is nice. They also have a summer schedule because some people like to use these practice books as a summer activity, summer school. They do have practice books for their math lessons for living education as well. So a lot of people use those during the summer. So here we have our spelling practice. And here's different activities that you'll find, like spell with color, we have word shapes, stack it up spelling, word searches, spell with color. So it's kind of following a pattern. So for those that, those children that do need that little extra practice working through their words, these are a nice addition. Very excited for these, to have that extra practice. And extra practice I don't really have to think about and create activities for. That's why I like it. So let me go ahead and jump ahead to show you a bit on the grammar. So we have grammar and reading practice. So they have various activities here like coloring. So here obviously it's showing you what some of those learning about penguins activities will be. They are kind of mixed throughout the book. We have a maze, alphabet maze. So again, this is the beginning of Language Lessons 3, which a lot of that is review. Let's read a story and check the correct box. So like reading comprehension. a maze for proper nouns. Again, more reading comprehension. Wordplay. So these are kind of fun, where you're kind of finding a proper noun or a noun that's a body part, a plural noun, a noun that's a thing, things like that, to fill in the story and create something silly. Kids usually enjoy those. More reading comprehension and grammar mazes. So that's kind of what your grammar and reading practice is going to look like. It's just a lot of different fun things that you can add in to your weekly lessons with language lessons for living education. Now I'm going to jump ahead to some writing practice. So we have write it well. So this is writing sentences. Journal it options. So in these writing activities, it's just getting them familiar with writing imperative, exclamatory, interrogative sentences. And the journaling options, just ask them to explain different things about their day and write about those things. So these have been a nice addition to our lessons each week. And now in the back, there are some teaching aids. Okay, so there's different charts and helps of the different grammar rules, word usage, tricky words, punctuation, sentence and paragraphs. You can pull these out and create a binder for your child just for some reference to what these grammar rules are. So that's nice. And there's also additional activities and pertaining to the penguin topic that's throughout the book. So different drawing activities and little crafty things. So that's a fun little addition to this particular book. And then you have answer keys in the back as well. So what we've done, I have the digital version of Language Lessons 3 and of course the digital for the Practice Makes Polish. So I just put them together in a binder. So it becomes pretty full with all the activities from both books. So we've enjoyed it so far. And here's a little drawing that he had to do. I think it goes together nicely. And for those that wished for a little more practice in the language lessons book, this has been a nice amount of practice. Hopefully that was helpful. I know that was fairly quick. For those who have been on my channel or with me for a while, it has been very difficult for me to get content out this year. We did move and there's just been a lot of life things happening. So we're just in a different season, but I hope to get an update out for you guys for our first term and let you know how everything's going. If you have any questions about language lessons or of course Practice Makes Polished 3, please just drop them down below and I'll be happy to answer. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one, guys. God bless.